Tutankhamun was an Egyptian pharaoh of the 18th dynasty who ruled from 1332 to 1323 BC. His tomb was discovered in 1922 by Englishmen Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon. On Feb. 16, 1923, his burial chamber was opened, and according to Egyptian belief, the curse of the pharaohs was unleashed. Within a year of the opening of the tomb, Lord Carnarvon died in Cairo. The city faced a major electric failure, plunging it into darkness. At Carnarvon's home in England, his dog howled like a wolf on a full moon and then died. Many believe that these seemingly innocuous events were all linked to the infamous curse of the pharaohs. Tamerlane was a Turco-Mongol conqueror who founded the Timurid Empire in Central Asia and Persia in the 14th century. On June 19, 1941, a team of Soviet anthropologists Mikhail M. Gerasimov, Lev V. Oshanin and V. E. Azezenkova, with the intentions of exhuming his body, arrived at his burial tomb in Samarkand, Uzbekistan. As they opened the doors, they found his tomb and casket inscribed with the words, "When I rise from the dead, the world shall tremble, and whomsoever opens my tomb shall unleash an invader more terrible than I," respectively. Rumor has it that within 3 days of the excavation by Soviet archaeologists, Hitler invaded the Soviet Union in an unprovoked attack during World War II. On learning about the curse, Joseph Stalin ordered the reburial of the exhumed body with full Islamic rituals. Within days, Soviet forces claimed a historic victory against the German forces when they liberated the city of Stalingrad. Since then, it is believed that anyone who disturbs the grave will face the curse of Tamerlane. Masks were worn by people of the Maori tribe who inhabited the present-day New Zealand. Maori warriors would paint and carve these masks before heading off to battle. Legend has it that if a warrior died, his spirit would live within the mask. HESE masks have been part of artifacts and discoveries at various museums around the world. It is a commonly held belief that women, especially if they are pregnant, should not come in close contact with the mask, or else they will be cursed. The belief is so strong that New Zealand's National Museum, Te Papa in Wellington, put up a warning asking pregnant women to stay away from the tour of sacred artifacts, or risk suffering from the curse. Casimir IV KG ruled Poland in the 14th century. After his death, his remains were put in a tomb situated inside the chapel of the Wawel Castle in Krakow, Poland. In 1973, a team of 12 archaeologists opened the king's tomb and found his rotten corpse. Within days of opening his tomb, 4 of the 12 researchers present inside the tomb died. Archaeologists have found curse tablets, made of gold and silver at the archaeological site Fiminiasium, in eastern Serbia. These tablets were used by ancient Romans to curse their neighbors and relatives. The tablets were inscribed with words in Greek language and were used to influence behavior of other people against their will. Many of these tablets refer to court cases and litigants, urging gods and demons that the person forget his words or become dizzy. There also were curses against business rivals, sportspersons and erotic messages, presumably to use sex as a weapon to extract benefits. King Croesus, pictured, was a wealthy ruler of Lydia in 560 BC. His hidden treasure included a gold brooch which was stolen from an Iron Age burial ground located in western Turkey in 1965. The artifact was sold and eventually ended up at the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art in the 1980s. It was eventually returned to Turkey after a lengthy court battle. Rumor has it that all 6 people involved in the digging of the site met with violent deaths and suffered great misfortune. The Terracotta Army is a collection of terracotta sculptures dating back to the 3rd century BC and depict the armies of the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang. They were discovered in 1974 by a group of farmers while digging their farm. The lives of the farmers responsible for the discovery were marred with misery and death. Their farmland was claimed by the government, their houses destroyed and all traces of their 2,000-year-old village removed. One of the farmers committed suicide, 2 died in their 50s, while the other 4 are barely making ends meet by selling souvenirs at a nearby shop. Otzi, also called the Iceman, is a nickname given to well-preserved mummy of a man who is believed to have lived around 3300 BC. His remains were discovered in September 1991 in the Ötztal Alps on the border of Austria and Italy. Like all folklore, the mummy of Otzi II has become associated with an alleged curse. The allegations have been further substantiated with the mysterious death of several people who were involved in the discovery of the mummy and its eventual examination. Conrad Spindler, the head of the Iceman investigation team, forensic expert Dr. Rainer Henn, and Alpine guide Kurt Fritz all died within years of the mummy's discovery. Believed to be more than 5,000 years old, the Koh-i-Noor diamond has its share of myths. The curse of the famous diamond reads, "He who owns this diamond will own the world, but will also know all its misfortunes. Only God, or a woman, can wear it with impunity." It is believed that the curse led to ill fortune for Indian rulers who had the diamond in their possession. After the diamond was shipped to England, amid what was believed to be a cholera outbreak aboard the ship carrying it, it has passed to female members of the British royal family.